Hello everyone and welcome to not a pack react, a pack breakdown for the brand new Master Duel pack Detonate to the Top Speed. We are going to be doing this for the NR format. Today I'm going to be taking you through every single card, and with the information I've gathered from my competitive friends when I cannot participate in the tournaments, we are going to be exploring what each of these cards in this pack can do for the NR format. So, without further ado and no more dilly-dallying, let's hop into Beast of Talwar, the Sword Summit. So, this is a Dark Fiend level 7, it's always traded as an Archfiend, and it has Protection, which is really important because it is a free 7-star beat stick that is a Fiend that has Torrential immunity. Torrential Tribute is a very, very strong card in the format, just generally, because it is a board wipe, and those are kind of really, really nice, especially on a trap card speed. Neither player can target other monsters on the field with equipped spell cards or effects. This gives Fiend decks a nice matchup into Infernoble. And having that Torrential immunity means that this kind of beat stick is very, very valuable and can be taken advantage of in quite a few ways. You know, pretty simple card, but pretty appreciated in general. 2400 attack is also nothing to scoff at. We move on now to a pair of cards, High Speedroid Glider number 2 and Speedroid Clearwing Wonder. I will get to this one in a second, but Speedroid Glider number 2 looks better on paper than it is. If you're like me and you misread it, you may realize that it revives non-tuner win synchro monsters only, and there's just not a lot of those that are really good. That second effect though might look very good as well to be able to mess with Xyz plays or synchro plays, except that these are the only Clearwing monsters we have. These two are Odd Eyes Winged Dragon and Supreme King Dragon Clearwing, both of which are much better cards, and you know, you can make them, but they're not really worth dealing with. High Speedroid Glider number 2 is just way too situational for not even being a generic synchro monster. You're better off just sticking to StarChart's Charge Warrior. Now, Speedroid Clearwing Wonder looks decent on paper, except that the amount of wind synchro monster diversity that we have is about 6 with the generic pool, and a lot of the wind synchros, not that good. I'm speeding past this one a little bit because it's very quickly outclassed by something like Compulsory Evacuation Device. Oftentimes, you're either not going to be able to activate it, or you're not going to be able to activate or much benefit other than just a Compulsory Evacuation Device, and it doesn't even bounce cards, it just pops. I've got the effect up, but it destroys cards on the field up to a number of different monster types among the winged synchro monsters you control. And you have a secondary effect. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish it from your graveyard and then banish and return a wind synchro monster to the field. That's not that good. That's mainly to get past negation, which is nice, but not really something that you need to worry about in the NR format for wind synchros. Again, they're not really designed for this. Next is Minimalian, possibly one of the top 2, if not the best card in the set. Minimalian is exceptional because of its primary targets. If I go ahead and click right here, you will see, oh nope, there's only 3 targets in the entire game, and 2 of them are rarity. We have Super Quantum Blue Lair, which if you know me and you know my channel, you know I'm very, very excited about, but more importantly, in this case, Mutant ST46, a card focused in the mutant archetype, and you can banish a spell to summon Mutant Mist from your deck. This creates a very strong control strategy, with Mutant Mist being able to draw you extra cards, and Minimalian is great consistency, banishing cards the way you want the deck to do anyways, and so it's designed to perfectly slot in there. Very, very strong card. I expected this card to be SR, but it is not. And we move on to its brother from a different type of spell card, a Shadow Severing Strike. The card is banished from the hand or field to activate a monster effect. You can apply one of the following effects: monster, negate the effects of a face-up spell, trap until the end of the turn, spell, draw 2 cards, trap, banish a monster on the field. If this card is banished to activate a monster effect, you can add one of your other banished cards to your hand. This card, very, very strong, very, very high resource intensive, and if you notice, you banish a spell. Now, this slots very well as well into mutants. We see down here, ST46 can summon Mutant Mist from the deck. This is the only one that is in the NR format. This card draws cards. This can make the effect itself draw cards. Very, very strong in a control strategy. And as well, if you're playing Minimalian with it, and you banish a trap from your hand, or a spell, or a monster, or anything, to summon Minimalian from your hand, then you can use the other effects. You can also use this with Tenyi cards, although I don't personally recommend it, just because it slots into a better strategy differently. Next, we have Curse of the Ancient Turtle. Banish a zombie from your hand or grave, send a zombie from deck to grave. Very, very good. If you know anything about zombies in just about any format, you know that they love this effect. Now, if we look at the primary strategy that can take advantage of this, Vendread. Vendread is a very, very strong deck that historically was even a surprise tier 0 until it got hit. But having a way to get these cards into rotation from the deck, very, very, very strong, especially because you can send Scar of the Vendread, where if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add Vendread Spell Trap from your deck to your hand. It's also 6 stars worth of material that can recycle itself, which is very, very strong. Now, we can also look at this second effect. When your zombie monster is destroyed by battle, you can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a zombie monster with 2,000 or less defense from your deck. That's really good in general, but both of these effects can also be taken advantage of by vampires. If you notice, Vampire has been an up-and-coming strategy in the recent NR meta, and you can see a lot of these cards have extremely, extremely low defense values, which can be really, really good to take advantage of. Next, we have Tactical Trainer of the 6 Samurai. If you control a 6 Sam, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if it's sent to the field of the graveyard, you can add a 6 strike card from deck to your hand. It also has other effects for 6 Samurai Synchro monsters, but you don't need to worry about that. We don't have any of those. This card, paired with 6 strike double assault, and these cards are genuinely paired together, can create a Stardust Chronicle Spark Dragon with just a Materiactor and some Infernoble lines. I don't know. I recommend checking out Wizrad, aka Jim Jam Geology, on Twitter and on the Discord, in the Boss Stage Discord server, because he blabbed out this combo within just a couple hours of these cards' release. So Stardust Chronicle, here we are. Very, very strong card. Very, very good boss monster for how cheap the strategy was. So I highly recommend checking these cards out as well, although it's a little bit more gimmicky. I'm not really, too stopped by that, but if you're looking for meta, maybe look to Mutants. Next, we have 6 strike Sectable Barrage. Now, you will see that this card is not able to be used, other than it's being effectively a 6 Samurai Waking the Dragon. It's not good. It's not very useful. We can just move on now. Next is Palm Ryziel. This card cannot be normal summon or set and must be special summoned by shuffling a Ryziel from hand or grave into the deck or extra deck. You can't actually summon it in this format unless you can get another Palm Ryziel in rotation. And it doesn't exactly have good effects to warrant that anyways. But you can use it primarily with Ryziel Mass Driver. Apply the following effects, then you can attach this card to a rank 4 Xyz monster you control. You can use this card with it, or you can use Ryziel Plasma Hole. I believe Ryziel Plasma Hole needs it on the field, but you also have Ryziel Plugin. Yes, Ryziel Plugin is a very good reborn. I'm going through these because they're all basically a package deal. Ryziel Plugin, target of your Xyz monsters or Ryziel monsters with banishing your grave, special summon it, then you can attach a Ryziel card from your deck to a rank 4 Xyz monster you control. Also, you cannot declare attacks for the rest of this turn except with rank 4 Xyz monsters. This is really strong for any deck. You don't even have to attach the material if it's not a rank 4, but having a reborn that can also revive from banish, very, very, very strong. And you can take a great advantage of it whether you're playing Palm Ryziel or not, because it's not self-restrictive. You can just attach another Ryziel plugin from your deck to the monster you're looking for. We've also got Ryziel Cross. Can't really take good advantage of this, but you can do some cycling if you'd like to. We don't have any Ryziel Xyz, sadly, but that's probably for the best, to be honest, because all the Ryziel Xyz are extremely strong. But you can see the minor cycling here. The Floodgate, probably not worth it, but still worth a mention. Finally, we have Steamed Sabersaurus. You attach a material from this card, destroy one dinosaur monster in your hand or face of field, then you can change the battle position of one monster on the field. And at the start of the damage step, if your other dino battles, you can destroy this card, and if you do, that dinosaur monster gains 2,000 attack until the end of the battle phase. Very, very good card in a dinosaur deck that doesn't really exist right now. You can't really take advantage of this card the same way you'd normally want to in a real TCG Dino deck, where having that extra pop from hand or field is important, because if you notice, we don't have Baby Ceratosaurus or Petit Pteranodon, which are the primary cards you want to pop with these types of Dino cards. And if you can't do that, then there's a lot less utility, but it's still a generic rank 4. It might still find its way into some odd rank 4 style build, but sadly, not too much can be really done with this card. Very quick summary, but I hope y'all enjoyed this little breakdown, and to see what these cards can do. I'm particularly excited about Beast of Talwar because this card is in some of my Alert Queen builds for the TCG, and I love this card. I think it's so cool. But Let me know what your favorite card was down below. My name is V from the Lavender Lab, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next video. Peace.